and welcome to GMBA UNIVERSE. Today we have three hosts for this interview. My name is Martin, this is Aine, and this is Poppy. We are interviewing a GMBA alumni of the class of 2011 today, and he's going to share his journey with us.
So, Yu-Chao Chang, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. Could you please give everyone the opportunity to get to know you a little bit better?
That's my pleasure to join this interview. I just can't say no to any request from Professor Jing Zhu. When I was a student in Global MBA program, Professor gave us a lot of very valuable advice and help and assistance, especially when we want to have the overseas internship during that time. I think Professor Jing Zhu gave us a very strong support. So no excuse to say no to the professor. My entire career can be roughly divided into two parts. And the first part is before I enrolled in GMBA program, I was a development manager, overseeing a small group of the software developers. And after I received the GMBA degree, the master degree, then I transferred my role into a position which allowed me to engage with the external market and the customers. So I was doing project management, product management, and pre-sales, this kind of works and activities. And that's it. That's my rough background.
Okay. So for the first question, when you considered applying for GMBA program, what was your future career plan and that you envisioned for yourself?
This is very, very, very good question. So I was receiving the feedback from my colleagues and my supervisor in the company. They're saying that, hey, YC, Yu-Chao, you comparing to the other engineers and developers, you are good at translations. Translate the business requirement into the technical spec. And you are also good to explain those complicated technical concepts to non-technical people and to tell them to basically to explain what's the constraints, what's the obstacle in terms of the product development. So maybe you are good to switch to the manager roles or customer engagement roles. So I received this feedback from my supervisor at work. So that's the original reason why I decided to pursue the MBA education. And after I received the degree, I knew I made the right decisions because of the huge and strong alumni. When you walk into any IT company in this area, and you can directly approach to their foreign sales department or the sales department. You can just yell out. And who is graduated from ITI? Who is graduated from National Jiao Tong University? A lot of people will raise their hand, and the conversation will easily be kick off. You can immediately say, "Hey, senior, I'm the junior student from which year? What's the year you graduated?" And then you immediately kick off the gossip talk, and that's so helpful when you do the business. Yeah.
Actually, here I need to add more. Because we don't have this collaboration with the ITI anymore. ITI is the International Trade Institute, which is a government unit. But in terms of a benefit, Yu-Chao, actually you got more than you planned, right? You met your soulmate, who's the mother of your son at this moment, right?
Yes, from ITI. Yes, from the other class of the ITI. That's another advantage and game from the opportunity. I have to say, thank you for reminding that. Yeah.
Of course, it's very important, right?
My wife saw the interview video; she will be mad.
And I would like to know. So my other question is, what GMBA proposed you to make a change in your career? What was because it's very different from your original career plan.
Right.
So does GMBA change your mind to change your career plans?
Making the transaction is so huge in the field. It's so challenging. Even you have the MBA degree, it is still very, very challenging. So I would say making the transferring within the same industry is manageable. Yeah, after you have the degree. That's my case. Freightos, my current employer, they are offering the e-booking platform to mediate the freight forwarders and cargo air and also ocean carriers. It is an e-booking platform. The company itself, we are still a software company. We are still an internet company. And what we do is all the same to analyze the market's need and then coordinate with our R&D engineer to implement that solutions and then deliver that to the market.
Yeah.
But then maybe can I ask a further question? But then
Sure.
you have worked for global company like Microsoft.
Yes.
But then you started your own company. You also have worked for small and medium-sized companies.
Yes.
So can you make some comparison across these very different types of companies and give some suggestions to juniors, when they consider their future company?
Yes, I think working in a globalization company, big corporate usually has a very good management framework. If I am working for a big corporate, I'm learning their business management framework because that process, that workflow has been fine-tuned for so long and they do work so worth it for your time to understand why. And that's so helpful when you one day when you want to move to a management role, that will be very, very helpful. And but working for a small scale company, small and medium company is another story. Usually the company is still in the early stage of the business growing, right? So you have to handle a lot of things. Your role and responsibility is kind of blur. Nobody will tell you what you should do, what you should not do. You basically need to handle everything. And I think the goal is to keep things forward. In order to make some progress, you will do everything. But when I'm young, when I'm still have the options, when I'm still have the capable to deal with the risk, I prefer to work in a startup environment because it will give me a greater sense of achievement because you do a lot, and so you will learn a lot, and you will have the sense of achievement bigger, right? Yeah.
That's right. That makes sense. And then where are you now?
I'm in the yeah. This is a tricky point to me. I'm kind of old, so I'm kind of to want to switch back to a big corporate environment. Yeah. So by the way, Freightos is planning IPO right now. So
I see.
So if everything goes smoothly, hopefully 2 years later, I can sit back and relax. Just kidding.
Oh, okay. Then we'll invite you again, to share your success story.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
Okay. As you work in many positions as a business analyst, solution architect, pre-sales, and general manager, what is requirement skill for each position need to have? Can you give a recommendation?
Yeah, I think I need to elaborate a little bit more about the position after I received a GMBA degree. I was doing the business analysis in software industry. I was doing the project management, product management, and pre-sales. But there is a mutual thing across these roles, which is to being a bridge in between the external market, customers, and the in-house R&D team. It is all about translation. I mean, being a bridge to translate the market demand, to translate customers' feedback into something that understandable by our in-house engineering team, and then coordinate with them to implement a solution and deliver to the market, and then engage with the potential customers to introduce our solutions and to tell why our solutions is so valuable, can help you to achieve your business strategy and your business growth plan to the customers. I mean, it's all about being a bridge. And I was so enjoy in such in such work. Yeah.
We have maybe one last question, maybe. we know that you started also a company. Do you have any advice for students who would like to run their own company? Do you have any advice for this?
Running a business for yourself is very, you will have a very huge of the pressures, and it's so stressful. And I will recommend, if you want to establish your own business, do it as early as possible as you can, before the marriage, before you have a kid. It will eventually eat out all your time. When you have a marriage, when you're in a marriage, when you have a son, you definitely need to dedicate some time to your family, right?
Yeah.
So, but start require a huge amount of time to cultivate, and so a lot of detail need to be handled by yourself. So it is a tight situation.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. It was very interesting to have your experience about everything, about GMBA, about your work experience, your life. So thank you very much. If you like this video, you can follow us on our YouTube channel, and you can subscribe, or you can put a like if you want.
Sure.
Because it will be
that will help to spread it out.
Yeah, thank you. That will be very, very, very nice. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yu-Chao. Yeah, talk to you
Bye.
again.
Bye,
Yeah.
Professor.